Approximately 60% of the Indian population works in the farming industry, contributing about 18% to India's GDP. With that being said, how is it possible that laws were stripped of protecting farmers' rights to be paid at least minimum wage? Despite farmers providing a majority of India's food supplies, they are facing poverty. Why aren't we as Americans posting about it? This year, Minneapolis, USA, inspired Black Lives Matter protests all across the world. Other continents of all ethnicities protested in support of our lost loved ones due to police brutality. We were all a part of a big movement. So why do we fail to raise awareness and post about corrupt societies in other continents? Just because it does not affect our rights does not mean that we should fail to do as much as we can to support them. By posting about what is going on in India and other continents, we can show them unity and help them gain rights. Today I will be discussing why we should post and raise awareness about the crisis in India, as well as how practicing these acts does more for them than you know. This crisis deserves more attention because of the immorality it showcases towards India's farmers, despite how much they do for India as a whole. Other surveys cited by FAO and USDA estimate 40% of the Indian population as being vegetarian. Almost half of their population is vegetarian, and that shows how much they rely on their farmers' labor. More than 200,000 Indian farmers and their supporters have occupied the streets of New Delhi for days in protest against three new agriculture reform laws. Based on social media, the numbers of protesters is underestimated, but no news channel is covering it anywhere, especially here. The act itself is immoral because it does not protect farmers' rights to be paid at least minimum wage, have a set income, and it allows the corporations to take over. Because of these reasons, farmers are facing poverty but still expected to produce. We have more than valid reasoning to be posting about this crisis, especially because of the immoral factors that are so blatant and black and white. Protesting about these crises does way more than you think. We have no reason not to give our support. So people may argue that posts are meaningless and do not change of what is going on, but many continents care about their reputation rather more than their people. By posting and protesting against their immoral acts, you put the spotlight on them showing them like what's the next move. By signing up for free text updates, you enable the opportunity to donate to the needy in these situations, give simple info to send letters to the government officials to persuade them into getting involved, and give moral support to the people in need. On top of that, it takes less than 5 minutes to do any of these things. All you're doing is showing your support by raising awareness. And lastly, Cesar Chavez's battle with the Great Towers for improved compensation and labor conditions would last in years. In the end, Chavez and his union won several victories for their workers. This story was about Cesar Chavez. He was a public figure in our valley, California, who fought for higher compensation for the farmers here through boycotts, protests, and won. So why wouldn't we do the same for India when we had the same conditions here that were far less detrimental? What the farmers in India are facing is way more harmful and immoral than what we faced here. So why wouldn't we show them our support when we've been through it, literally where we live? This shows how raising awareness and protests do make a difference and help others gain rights. Lastly, we all group together from all walks of life to make an impact with the Black Lives Matter movement. So why should it be different for any other minority group? In Fresno alone, the demographic for Asians is 13%, and if you didn't know, we group Asians and Indians together, so that's why they're a whole 13%. But still, this is a considerate amount considering that the Caucasian community takes up 58%. So that's more than half, and Asians alone take up 13%. By posting about the movement in India, we're supporting 13% of our neighbors. You are touching the hearts of the people that live here. By supporting diversity in our community, we not only advocate for equality, but we show compassion towards people of different walks of life. You are showing compassion to the fellow students that you have in your class, the people that you work with, the people that you see on the road every day. You are just showing compassion to anyone, anywhere. By posting this, you are making a difference to the people you live every day with. And for many individuals of the Indian community, Farming takes a place either in their ancestors or even their own grandparents. This is exceptionally hard on the community emotionally, and we should stand with them. I, my personal significant other, his family in India is they have a lot of farmers in their bloodline, so it means a lot to me to see people of other ethnicities post about this, especially in Fresno, because not only is it affecting him, but it's affecting his family and his loved ones. So that's what I mean by you're really touching people's hearts that you don't even know. Um, in conclusion, these are the reasons that I feel more than obligated to show India our support. It only takes 5 minutes to post an educational Instagram story with the rest of your followers. We can change their life just by taking a few minutes out of the day. Um, on top of that, it's as easy as searching up the hashtag I stand with farmers and finding a few posts that you would like to share. And that only takes less than 5 minutes, and it completely changes a lot of things. And a lot of my Indian friends have told me how much it means to them to see a lot of people trying to post as much as they can every day. Um, we should be posting, supporting, and protesting for our farmers in India, even if it doesn't affect us. It did. The Black Lives Matter movement didn't affect them because they were not in America and they were not facing the police brutality that we were at the time. Yet they still supported us and rallied and protested with us as well. Overall, we can make a difference in more than enough ways and have every reason to. The workers that contribute the most to society, to the Indian society, are falling into the hands of poverty. Although it may not affect us, it affects our neighbors and friends. We in the Valley have faced less detrimental hardships like them, so why wouldn't we support them? Please take the time to raise awareness of farmers in India by posting them and spreading the word. I stand with farmers.